Let's design a drainage network inside Bentley Power Civil. Let's go ahead and launch Bentley Power Civil. This time we're going to get into a design file inside Chapter 6 called Drainage Network Design. And basically this file has all the nodes already placed, all the areas computed, and all the pipes placed. So we can simply come in here and kind of create the network. So you should notice there's several more areas in this file than our previous file, and we've just gone ahead and created those for us. So now I'll go ahead and get into drainage. So I can go from the Civil Tools. I can access Drainage, which will place it in my pull-down menu, and then open up my project. Now our project is now called Drainage Network Design.gdf inside Chapter 6. So I'll click OK, and it'll open up that drainage project. So what we want to do is create a network. A network is a series of inlets linked up through pipes flowing to an outlet. So under drainage we can create a network from the drainage pull-down menu, network, and add. We can also edit, change the name of networks, and so forth. So go ahead and click add, and we'll give this network an ID, call it tower, and we need to give it an outlet node to flow to. In my case I only have one node that's an outlet node, but if you had more than one they would be listed in the drop down box. So I'll select outlet and click OK. Now the first step in the creating a network is to what we call build a network, and at that point we will click build network, and the program will go out there and start from the outlet and work its way back upstream to the furthest upstream node that's connected with a pipe. And in this case it found 14 nodes, and they're connected through 13 pipes. So it goes as far upstream as it can before it finds, and when it finds a node that is not connected to another one, then it stops. So that gives us our connectivity. I'll click OK. I also have a highlight, which would highlight our network that it's built. You can see it's got all the areas and pipes there. And then the next step would be to design the network, and that's when Geopack will run through the hydraulics. So it'll perform the hydraulics. It'll again tell you how many nodes are in your network, how many links, and it'll tell you whether you computed your hydraulics successfully or maybe there's some warnings or issues that have come up. So I'll click OK, and Geopack will give us a message window or a message text file, and this particular file is called drgmsg.txt, and it'll list out all your warning messages or errors. In our case we have one link here with a velocity greater than we've desired, and when our hydraulic grade line is higher than violated our minimum freeboard that we set in our particular inlet at the upstream end of link SS6. So you can close that. Each time you run your hydraulics or each time you design the network, that file will be overwritten and the newest error messages will show. So I can click apply, and now I've built the network. If I want to lock the network, lock the pipe sizes, lock the elevations, I can do that. Lock the inverts, lock the soffits, so forth. At this point I'm going to close the dialog, and I'm going to go to Drainage Network, and I'm going to make this the active network. Active network called tower. Now I can, once I've computed the hydraulics, I could go back to each individual link and I could check on their computations. So I can go to Drainage, Component, Link, Edit, and review the computations for each individual link. For example, SS4, if I highlight computations, I can see the discharge, the capacity. I could scroll to another link, review its pipe rise or diameter, the slope, frictional slope, depth, and so forth. Errors will also be reported here in some cases. Network calculations involving link have not been performed or contain errors. That's just saying that I haven't run my network calculations recently, or that those, there were a few errors in there. I can redesign the network again and review those in a standard form. Now it may help to profile your system to further verify errors or look at errors. So that's what we'll tackle next.